Hello folks, welcome back. I want to do a quick little video of a new toy. So it's just arrived this morning from Axminster. What I'm going to do is open the box and see what we've got inside. Right, I've taken it out of the box. I didn't want to bore you with watching me strip the box down for 15-20 minutes. It's enough to say that it was extremely well packed and well protected, with lots of that white styrofoam stuff that goes everywhere packed around it. It was even screwed to a piece of plywood with the 4 mountain screws to the bottom, so it was secure. The delivery from Axminster was spot on. I ordered it on the Friday, it arrived on the Monday, and I could track it all the way. So what was in the box? Well, just the saw, the manual for the saw, a parts list, and a spare cam lock. The spare plastic cam lock for the top. Oh, and a few spare blades. That was what was in the box. A bit of information about this saw. A couple of months ago I decided to upgrade from my old entry-level scroll saw to something a bit more substantial. And the scroll saw I picked was the Excalibur 21-inch. These were sold by Axminster in the UK. When I went onto the website, I was surprised to see that it said they were no longer available. So I give Axminster a call. I was told that they would be coming back in with an additional safety switch on. I asked, could I get some more information about this, and I got a call back from Simon from their technical department. A nice bloke, very helpful bloke, and he explained to me that because of a change in regulation, they now have to be fitted with an NVR switch. That's no voltage release switch, a safety switch basically. These machines were made by Excalibur Canada, but they were made in China and then imported to the UK. Now this agreement that Excalibur have with Axminster, they're now coming in, brought in by Axminster, with the additional safety switch fitted. I'm not really sure whether that's a UK regulation or an EU regulation, but they're now brought in to the UK by Axminster. They have the additional safety switch on, and they are in Axminster colours. So this saw in actual fact is no different. It is exactly the same. The spec on it is just an Excalibur saw, with the one addition that on this side of the saw we have the NVR switch, which is just a circuit breaker and an emergency stop switch. That's now being fitted to the saw. Now a friend of mine has one, an earlier Excalibur than this. It's identical. The spec is exactly the same, the materials are the same. The only difference is this switch, and it's now branded the Axminster. So, okay, let's have a look at the saw itself. The first feature that I like about the saw is once you've turned the power on from the main cut-off switch, the rest of the operation is from this front toggle switch, and the variable speed control is on top of the arm assembly, so it's very handy. Of course, when you're doing fretwork and you've got to feed through multiple little holes, all you have to do is pull the cam lock forward, release the thumb screw and lift up the arm assembly. Put your work in place, pull the arm assembly back down, push the blade back in, tighten the thumb screw and lock. You're ready to go again. So that's it. That's really handy. Another nice feature on this saw is on most tables, on most of these scroll saws, when you want to do angled cuts, the table itself tilts one side or the other. But on this one, the actual arm assembly tilts. You just undo the lock screw underneath and it tilts from one side to the other. And this does 35 degrees to one side and 45 degrees on the other side. So that's another nice feature about the machine. I think it's extremely well made, and it's a nice weight. It's got a nice sort of, I don't know what this, like Teflon finish on the bed, and it's got a bit of weight to the machine as well. But it has got 4 good holding down brackets, which will be bolted when I put it in permanently. So it is now the Axminster EX 21 inch, which means it's got a 21 inch throat, which is more than sufficient for me. They do 3 in this series. They do a 16 inch throat, a 21 inch throat and a 30 inch throat. It's classified as a trade machine there by Axminster in Axminster's trade colours. And the motor at the back is very, very quiet, and it's a 320 watt motor. But the distance, the cut distance is 2 inches, which is about standard really. And the cut speed is from 400 to 1550 via the variable speed knob on the top here. This is not a review because I'd like to work this for about 6 months before we do a review and see how it stands up to the test of time. I have tried it. I made a small pattern on Photoshop on the computer, and I made a project. Now this project is 1 inch thick of ipe. It's very, very hard wood, and there's about a dozen entry holes through it. And I just made that just to test it out, a quick test for it. But it's Mother's Day this week and I wanted to do something. Well, that's about it. Just a quick look at the Axminster EX21 scroll saw. I'm pleased. I'm pleased with my buy. It's, as I say, it's very well made, and it should stand up to the test of time. But anything does crop up, I'll let you know in a few months. So that's about all for now. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you to all my subscribers. Don't forget, work safe. Bye for now.